What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Love with Horror. My name is AJ,
And I'm Christy.
and y'all, welcome to our Sunday Horror News Live show for October 5th, 2025. Excited as always to be here for our Sunday Horror News Live. It's a chance for us to, chop it up with the community as we talk about the latest horror news from the past week. And it's been a lighter week on news. It wasn't no like major pieces of news. I feel like when you say, Bill.
Yeah, but it's still cool to say hop on here and still chop it up with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Already got some people in the chat already. Shout out to Jerica and Mike in the chat. What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in right when it goes live.
Sunday.
Yep. No, but yeah, thank y'all for joining us this Sunday morning and allowing us to be part of your morning. And if you're listening on the replay, that's fine too. We appreciate y'all's support listening on the replay. But yeah, y'all. So before we get started, always gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. Just mention a couple of different things. First off, we got to mention the Scream If You've Seen This podcast series, right? So it's our weekly podcast series that you can listen to on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. With Scream If You've Seen This, it's an opportunity for Christy and I to revisit like older or classic horror films. And this past Wednesday, we did Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. That was super dope because well, for one, I had never seen it. And so I went in like completely blind. Like I didn't even know the premise. I didn't even know it wasn't even like a Halloween movie. And really, you know what I'm saying? So it was a really dope conversation.
Not a Michael Myers movie because it is
Okay,
a
yeah.
Halloween movie.
It's not a Michael Myers movie, but it's not a Halloween movie in the sense of,
Yeah.
John Carpenter's Halloween.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that was a dope conversation. And we're going to be doing Halloween focused Scream If You've Seen This episodes all month long over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure you're ready for Wednesday's drop because it's going to be another dope horror film that's centered around Halloween in some capacity. And then, of course, we got to mention our VHS Halloween review because we did a spoiler-free and a spoiler discussion review over on the YouTube channel as well as the podcast channels. That was another super dope conversation. A lot of fun with that one. As we, broke down the different shorts, and I geeked out about the one I got behind me. Speaking of which, Mike in the chat, I heard that this particular short wasn't high on the list for you. It's a little disappointing to hear because it has cemented itself in like the VHS Hall of Fame for me when it comes to shorts.
I like that VHS Hall of Fame.
VHS Short Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some more people in the chat, y'all. Shout out to Michelle in the chat, Mr. Dan. We got Sam from Our Life in Horror. Shout out to everybody, man, showing all the love in the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yep, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good YouTube stuff. Now, one thing I do want to mention too, in regards to VHS, we do have a VHS franchise ranking video. It's going to be coming pretty soon here in the next couple of days, where Christy and I revisited the whole VHS catalog. And that was a lot of fun too, because there were some of the older ones that we hadn't seen in a while. And like, how mentally sometimes when a franchise has been going for a hot minute, you haven't really seen like the OG one in a hot minute, but in your mind it's good, right? You're like, man, like, this shit ain't got nothing on the OG. Like this shit ain't like VHS one. Well, we revisited VHS one. Pleasantly surprised, like, oh shit, this time has not been good to this movie.
It's a lot different than you remember.
A lot different. A lot more perverted than I remember too.
Yeah,
a whole lot of titty action, like a disturbing to a disturbing degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do all 8 films. We're gonna rack and stack it. All 8 films, y'all. It's gonna be super dope. And we've been seeing other people's ranking of the VHS films, and ours is different. So it's gonna be a really dope like community conversation piece as we diving into the VHS ranking for sure.
Yeah.
So Mike in chat said it was not bad, but it was my least favorite installment. Mike, you tripping, bro? How was that the least favorite? I gotta rewatch it because I don't know what happened there for me. I don't know what happened either, Mike, because I was geeking. You can ask Christy. I paused the movie. I sent her a message. I was like, look, this shit is unbelievable. Like, y'all motherfuckers at Fantastic Fest and tell me it went down like this. Like, this is like something.
I have to admit, you guys, my ass was asleep. That's I
was asleep
after Coochie Coochie Coo, the first one. I was knocked out. I woke up on Fun Size, went back to sleep, and woke up on the credits. So I had to rewatch it again after the fact. So I couldn't tell you, oh, this was so good because I didn't see
You was asleep. Yep. You was asleep.
it.
Mhm. Uh, yeah, Sam in the chat said whole lot of titty. It is.
Titties in every single one
It's
of
a
those
lot.
shorts.
It is a lot. In fact, I think one of those shorts VHS one, it bookends with titties. And I was like, that's crazy. Like that's the wraparound for that short is additional titty action. Super crazy. But be on the lookout for that. I see Mike in the chat said we should go wild. Let's do a segment right here on the live news show. I don't know.
That's a
We'll see.
lot.
We'll see. Cause
A
yeah,
lot of
because I
things.
mean like it's 8 movies. We'd have to break it down and go through. I think we could definitely do it, but I think it
It's
depends
like
on how
40
long.
something movies. I'm like short films,
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like
approximately.
we're not ranking the shorts though. We're just ranking the
That's what he's
movies.
talking about, right?
Oh, ranking the segments.
Yes. He's
Oh,
he
of
said
all
rank,
movies.
yes, rank the
Oh yeah.
segments.
Yeah, you're right. There's like 40 some shorts. I will say though, that would be like a Sunday live, like, and that's the only shit we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dedicated to going through all the segments, and it'll be a brutal live, but it'd be a fun one. It'd be difficult too, though, because um, I feel like certain shorts hit for us, and certain ones don't. Like, I know a lot of people like Fun Size. That shit is not my jam. It's not for me. In fact, I actually dislike Fun Size. Like, I couldn't wait for it to end personally. I was like, all right, what are we doing with this camp shit? I want to go to the next one where I'm going to be creeped out or scared or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Paul Draws in the chat. Said, hello, happy October. Happy October, Paul Draws. What's going on? All
I
right.
don't have anything else to say. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Yeah, we better jump into the news then. So, like I said, lighter week on the news, but there's still some interesting stuff that we could bring up. The first news story that we wanted to visit is about Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. So we know that is something that's coming, something he's been talking
Womp
about.
womp womp.
Uh, hey, look, some people they hyped about it. You know what I'm saying? The people that love weapons, they're probably geeking out about it. But in love with horror, we're not mega weapons fans. But check it out. They got a casting update for Zach Cregger's Resident Evil, and these cast editions is fire. So they are adding Zach Cherry, which if you're a Severance fan like I am, I love Severance. That's my shit. We got Zach Cherry being added in, and then we got I'm gonna probably mess her name up. Is it Callie Reese?
That's how I say it.
Yeah, so Callie Reese, of course, she's the famous boxer, but she's recently starred in the True Detective thing. What was the subtitle for that
Night
season?
Country.
Night Country. Yep, True Detective Night Country, which I know a lot of people was crying about that season online. I don't know why, because I thought the season was fire.
It was so
Um,
good.
and Chrissy and I actually did a reaction to the whole season on the channel. We really like that show a lot. I know there's a lot of people crying about that shit online. I don't know why, because it was actually really good. And then last we got John O. Wilson from I Love That For You, who also joined in the cast. Not familiar with John O. Are you familiar with him?
No, but he was in that. What's the name of that show? Twisted Metal or something like that.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what
Okay.
he's been on lately, recently.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited for this cast update. What did you think when you saw this cast update, man? Because you
You know,
watched a little bit of Severance with me. Obviously, you
I
couldn't stick it out, but you
I
you
do
at least
not
like.
like that show. It's not like I don't like it. It's just too slow. You know how I am, babe. Give
Yeah.
me a limited series, 6 episodes max, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
But when you take it so long, like From is the only series where I'm sticking in the long haul for, but that's the only one that gets it. Everything else, I don't got time. This is too much. It's too slow. Tell me what's going on.
The
But
slowness is interesting though. The buildup
I
is
do
crazy.
like his character, his acting though. He's really good.
Yeah.
And he's I don't know, he's like a muffin. I don't know. He's so adorable. I don't know.
Like a teddy bear.
Yeah, he's like a teddy bear, right? Yeah.
Yep.
But Kaylee, I love her. I loved her in Night Country. But I think in this she plays like a military person. Like she's
Yeah,
like
it
a
did mention that she's playing a where was it at? It's like an ex yeah. Reese is playing an ex-military character, which was
mhm.
actually originally written for a male actor.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which is very interesting. But seeing her in Night Country, I think she can play this role. as like someone who was in the military because I feel like she got that hardness. But I'm
Yeah.
also I don't want her to be so hard at the same time because I really liked her softness in in that show too.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just gives off like both so well. So I'm interested in seeing how her character will be developed in a Resident Evil type of story. Also, I don't know if this article mentions it, but I did put a backup article on there just in case you needed it. But he Zach Cregger said something about how this is an original story.
Mm-hmm.
So none of the characters or anything like that is from anything previously, but it should be canon to the games if I'm not mistaken. That's what he said. Because I guess people were questioning like how this story goes in line with the other Resident Evil films, but this is supposed to be completely new,
His own
completely
thing.
original, its own
Yep.
thing. Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing where he takes the storyline. And I'm laughing at Mike in chat because he said he looks like a Timu John Cena, and I have to agree. He does look
Yeah.
like an
Now,
off-brand
yeah. Now that you
John
said
Cena.
that, 100%, I can see that. That was actually really good.
That is hilarious. But yeah,
uh,
so that's it. I mean, it's cool. We're gonna see what he do. I don't go to bat for Zach Cregger at all. But
yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm excited because it's Resident Evil, and I just like Resident Evil. Even
well,
I
I
think
guess for me, the fact that it's because he says in the interview, it's gonna feel like me, and I don't like his stuff, so that's why I'm like,
oh,
He says it's gonna be very Zach Cregger,
mm,
like dark humor, mix of genre style that he does. So it's gonna feel like a Zach Cregger movie, though it's gonna be under the umbrella of Resident Evil.
yeah, okay. Now you lost me a little bit. Oh man, because I don't want my Resident Evil to be comedic. I want it to be
He said
scary.
that's what it's gonna be. It's
But
gonna
yeah,
have that type of flavor. So
that's unfortunate because, like I said, I like Resident Evil. I'm a fan of Resident Evil from the games, even the Mia Jovovich movies. Like I like those movies. I think they're just kind of like action, horror, fun type movies. Um, but yeah, I'm not a big Zach Cregger guy. Like the first half of Barbarian's fire, and then it loses me once the other story kicks in, and then Weapons.
mm,
Just I thought Weapons was okay. Um,
yeah, but
but I do like the cast though, because
it's
we didn't mention that Austin Abrams, just because this is already known, but
yes.
Austin
Austin Abrams
Abrams
is also in there,
is
right?
a
Yeah,
lead is a lead in this film. That was the
I did
the
like him
the
in
unhoused the
Weapons.
unhoused druggie in Weapons. He was
He
great
was he
in
was
that
good in
role.
Weapons. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that would be cool. I think for me, like as long as he has something to go by, maybe he might do well. But because he's completely making this story up, that's where I kind of like lose confidence in it.
yeah, and it did also mention, because I'm sure this was mentioned before, but I couldn't remember it. But that Cregger is directing and wrote the script with Shay
Hmm.
Haddon, who worked on John Wick chapters 3 and 4.
Yeah,
And those are fire movies. I
they
don't know how
are.
it's going to translate to a Resident Evil movie, but
Mm.
I do like the John Wick movies, so I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I didn't like 3, so
I mean, 3 was still fire though. I mean, like it is the weaker of the stories, but it's still fire,
yeah.
right?
I just make a note that I don't
Okay.
like
Let's make
chapter.
sure you still think it's fire though.
It's okay. That's the
Because
one with
look,
Halle Berry in it, right?
we are a household that supports John Wick, all four.
We support 1,
We
2, and
champion all
4.
four. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's our household. In love with horror supports John Wick, all 4 films. But
Christy
yeah,
of In Love with Horror only likes 1, 2, and 4.
and 3 and 4. But yeah, that's Resident Evil, y'all. That's the casting update. Hopefully, hopefully this can still be good, even as we are not big Zach Cregger's fans. Hopefully, there's still something with this to where it can be good. But the film Resident Evil, Sony Pictures is releasing the project theatrically on September 18th, 2026. So we got less than a year now before we get to see a new Resident Evil on the big screen. So well, let us know in the comments how are you feeling about Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. All right, so let's talk about a sequel that we hope will come, but it might not come. So this is all about Invisible Man 2, y'all. So remember that Invisible Man movie that came out it's been like 5 years now. It came out around pandemic time with Elizabeth Moss. Well, first off rip, that Invisible Man movie was fire. Like I was shocked about how good the movie was.
Yes, it was very good. Didn't Lee Wannell also direct Wolfman? Am I
Yes.
getting that wrong?
No, that's
Okay.
right. That's correct.
Right. Okay.
Pretty sure.
So Wolfman was an okay movie, but it wasn't on the Invisible Man level. I
No,
feel like when
definitely
we
not.
heard that he was directing Wolfman, we were like, "Oh, it's just gonna be really good" because he did
We
so
did
good on
think that.
Invisible Man. So
Yep. That's
I
exactly what we
don't
thought.
know. So I don't know. But according to this article, he actually isn't interested in doing a sequel of Invisible Man. Um, in the past, anyway, he feels
Mhm.
as though the first movie ended, closed, it's over. The story doesn't need a continuation.
Yeah.
But fans want a continuation. So I don't know if they did another one, would he be involved with that one or not?
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where like, we don't always get like really good horror movies. So I think as fans, it's one of those moments where like, man, this was so good that I want another one because it was just so good, and I
Yeah.
want more of it. You know what I'm saying? So I get where fans come from, like wanting sequels like this. But even with this article, right? Elizabeth Moss was just in an interview and she was asked about the sequel. And she just kind of mentioned that, it's something that they're still interested in and they're still working on it. So it's kind of implied that it might still be coming. But it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of movement on it. And just like you mentioned, even Jarek in the chat was like, based on the ending, it didn't seem like it needed a sequel. And I think a lot of people might agree with that. But I think it's more just it's such a good film that we just want more of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I also see Mr. Dan in chat said, I agree. I couldn't believe how good the Invisible Man was. Wolfman, not so much. Yeah, it was like a mid tier.
Yeah, Wolfman was definitely like a mid movie, but I
Yeah,
didn't think it was as bad as people were saying though.
it wasn't atrocious. No,
No,
it had
definitely
some
not.
good filmmaking moments. And I think that the good moments I attribute to Lee Wannell's direction
Yeah,
because I don't think he wrote it. Someone else wrote the movie, so we'll put it at on the writer.
yeah. And I think you agree with Mike's statement here in the chat. I don't think the script of Wolfman was bad. Casting was a choice.
I know, y'all know I do not like what's her name, Julia Gardner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The best thing she done this year was Fantastic Four, and that's
Yeah.
probably because she was in there for 5
Fantastic
minutes.
Four. Silver Surfer. That's because her face is kind of being hidden behind Silver Surfer,
I don't like her face. It's like,
which I think is what helped you like buy into her being in the role. You're like, oh yeah, she was good in that because you can't really see her that good, I guess.
she only
Yep.
says the same thing. Well, she
You've
has a
been
little
mocked to
part.
death.
Just a
Mhm.
little part, but yeah, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
That shit was fire though. Her and Fantastic Four jump was hard.
You just like
Um,
Fantastic Four. Would you
True.
rate that 5 stars? I think you rated
No,
it
I don't
really
think I
high.
get 5. I think I get like 4, 4.5 because I really enjoyed that movie.
Oh, okay.
Like I had a really good time with that movie.
I remember.
The cast I thought was excellent. The cast for Fantastic Four was excellent. I
Even
fucked with all
Pedro?
the characters. I liked Pedro
Hmm.
as Reed Richards. I thought he was great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not one of these people that thinks like some people are like, man, Pedro's in too many movies. That's not me.
Oh no,
I,
I don't agree with that.
I'm cool with him being in every fucking movie. I have no problem with that.
I don't have
No
a problem
problem.
with him being in every movie. I have a problem with him being Pedro Pascal in every movie. But
And
I'm not a Fantastic Four fan, so I don't know what Reed Richards is supposed to act like. But to me, when I'm looking at the movie, all I see is Pedro Pascal being
well,
Pedro
yeah, it is
Pascal.
Pedro, but I liked his Reed Richards. I liked it a lot actually.
Mike also said, I wonder if he would take it into Invisible Woman territory versus Invisible Man. Now that would be
Mhm.
really interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's always interesting how when people go invisible, they just get up to no good. Christy and I we were recently watching TV. Last was it back in August actually,
Mhm.
and Hollow Man came on. And just like,
Mhm.
man, when people get invisible powers, they start doing fuck shit. Like they
He
can't
was
help
doing the
themselves but doing
most.
crazy shit.
He was doing the most.
He's on insane. Mhm. But we'll see what happens with Invisible Man 2. See if they can actually develop a worthy sequel, or if they'll even go Invisible Woman or whatever they might do. But let us know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in, Invisible Man 2, and what do you think would work for a sequel. Continuing with sequels now, y'all. We got to talk about Final Destination because Bloodlines was such a hit
They got to make
that
another one.
They was like, "Oh, whoa, hold on, people like Final Destination still? Hold up, we got to go back. We got to tap that line and get more goodness out of it." So,
Oh,
uh,
before we dive into this
yeah,
story, I do want to point out that I sent AJ an article with no, it was a link to a video recently because when we talked about Final Destination Bloodlines, you told me that it should have been a given during that scene when she was talking about the newspaper wall
yeah,
that everything was connected.
yes,
The
because there's
people
airplane
and
drawings and shit like that.
yes.
100%. Yeah,
And I was like, that's not clear. It's not clear.
yeah,
I don't think that that's correct. And you told me up and down that I was wrong. But in the video between the directors, with the directors and the writer,
yeah,
they both confirmed what
yep,
I said. And that is, it's not connected at all to the other people who have died in the previous films. Like the bloodlines have nothing to do with Alex, Claire, or Clear, or whatever, however you say her name.
clear. Yeah,
Yeah, none of those people from Final Destination 1 through 6 have anything to do with the bloodlines or the people who died in the beginning of Final Destination 6 bloodlines. So I would like for you to tell the audience that you were wrong and I was
yeah.
right.
I was wrong and you was right on that because I was thinking I was more shocked because to me that's how they were laying it out. I mean, even when you look at the grandma's notebook and shit, like she's
Yeah.
drawing the shit that was happening in the other movies, and then you have the newspaper clippings. So I'm like, okay, if you're showing me this, to me, you're implying that that those people that died in the other movies had you know, family up the chain that was at the Space Needle. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I just thought it was weird that it wasn't. To me, it's weird that it's not connected. But
it is. But they
I
did
guess it is.
explain that it wouldn't make sense. I think they wanted it to
Yeah.
make that make sense, but what the guy said was like, well, why wouldn't the parents of these people have also died? So it wouldn't have made sense for it to be like a bloodline thing.
I mean, to be fair though, like we don't have to see them die on screen. They could have definitely just been like they died. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we have to see them die in the movie to be like, oh, why is his parents still alive? Because even if you go by the bloodlines logic, you know what I'm saying? That whole family generation from grandma all the way down was alive.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
they
I
were.
mean, they could have made it work. I don't know why they thought they couldn't. Well, the parents never died in the movie. Why does that matter? They could have died after the movie. That's how you did Alex. You killed Alex off screen going into Final Destination 2. That's crazy.
This is true. They did.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm just telling you what the man said.
I know. I'm just disagreeing with the man said. That's all.
So, but yeah, so now we're going there. They made a lot of money and they were like, okay, now we got to make a
We
Final
want more
Destination
money.
7. And because of the fact that the Bloodlines movie is a separate story, because in my opinion, we were both thinking, okay, well, now that's the end. Now they can restart. But now, really, they could just make new stories every single time they make a Final Destination, and none of
Yeah,
them have to be connected whatsoever.
basically.
So
Yep.
there's probably like multiple bloodlines, basically, in
Yeah,
this
I'm sure.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's the one, like you said, that's one good thing about it not being connected is they can literally
milk
do
the mess out of
anything now. They
it.
can even revisit old stories because it's not connected, so they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
This is true. Final
Um,
Destination can become the new Conjuring.
yeah, I mean, it has the potential to make that kind of money.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Then they can do a whole bunch of spin-offs and all types of bullshit.
Yep.
But they announced, yeah, the Deadline reports today that the studio is in final talks with Belgian filmmaker. Uh, it's either Michael or Michelle, don't know. Michelle Blanchard to direct. Blanchard is an up-and-comer behind this year's propulsive thriller Night Call, the filmmaker's adrenaline-fueled feature debut, and the breakout horror short You're Dead, Helene. The director is also currently adapting that short into a feature-length film with producer Sam Raimi. And of note, Final Destination Bloodlines co-writer Laurie Evans Taylor will pin the script for Final Destination 7.
Yep.
Now, you weren't familiar with this director who made Nightcall. You weren't familiar with Nightcall or anything like that, right?
Mm-mm. No.
Maybe someone in the chat has seen Mikhail Blanchard's Nightcall. We're not familiar with it. I'm curious if anyone in the chat or in the community has seen it and can offer any input on if it's good or not. But it looks like that's going to be the director for this installment. And now I'm curious if what their films look like. We have to go back and check those films out to see what the flavor is, to see if we feel like they could pull off a Final Destination 7. But
Yeah.
they know the recipe. You
Yeah.
know, Bloodlines was
Also,
very successful. They know the recipe now.
yeah, that's true. Um, and also, they can get wild and crazy because I feel like they were, you know, there's so much potential, for this type of franchise. Like as far as like the kills and stuff, they can get wild and crazy with them. Also to note, we were guests on Unbound and Rewound horror podcasts a couple weeks ago, with the host Avery, and they had us on there to talk about Final Destination. So we like ranked the Final Destination franchise and we like talked about it in detail and stuff like that. So that was a super fun conversation. So you can go check out their podcasts and listen to us talk about Final Destination.
Yeah, that was super dope conversation talking about Final Destination. We even talked about physical media a little bit because Avery had mentioned that Final Destination 3 had like a really cool DVD like bonus features and menus and selection. You could even choose like different ways that the kills happen. Really cool physical media stuff from back in the day that they don't really do no more because everything's mostly digital, and then even the physical media copies themselves don't really put in the same effort that they used to because people just don't buy them as much as they used to. But yeah, shout out to that conversation that we had. All right, moving on to our next story. This is all about one of our favorite directors right now, Osgood Perkins.
I was about to say.
I was being funny. He is not one of our favorite directors.
Okay.
We are not.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was being sarcastic. I was being funny. Now, if you know us, you know Chrissy and I are not very big on Osgood Perkins movies. They market very well, but the movies tend to just be like all right, or they fall kind of flat. Whether it be Long Legs or The Monkey. Like Mike said, I said, you're what? Yeah, now I'm just playing with y'all, man. We don't talk about Osgood Perkins to that degree.
No.
But look, so Osgood Perkins got this movie Keeper coming out this year, and they put out a trailer not too long ago, kind of giving a little bit more context to what the film will be about. It's kind of this romantic getaway gone wrong type of horror thriller type situation. But they just put out these character posters that add to the mystery of what's going on. Like I said, Osgood Perkins movies market really well, and I think this is a good evidence of that. So these character posters, like they all have like different wording on them. So the first one is for Louise, and it says "You remind me of her," and it says 1788 on the bottom there. And then you got Julia. It says the lion is supposed to turn to lamb, 1956. Okay. And then we got Francis, 1978, and the wailing of their hunger pangs grows. And then the last one is 1983, which is Leslie, and it says, I wish it were different. So this is like taking place over different periods in time.
That's what I was thinking. Because in the trailer, it seemed like it was, well, I didn't watch the whole trailer, so maybe I'm wrong. But it seemed like it was just a one story. And so with the release of these posters, if they're all taking place at this, are they all taking place at this cabin? Are these all women who visited this cabin?
Mm-hmm.
Do we get to walk through these different women's stories like chapters? And if so, I feel like everybody's doing chapters now. It's like a new thing. But yeah, so I'm interested. I'm really intrigued by this. Like, I think the most recent thing I've seen where something like this, like a timeline situation, if this is what it is, that I really enjoyed. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but Beazle, I think that was a good like timeline type of storytelling.
People don't like Beazle?
Yeah, it's like mid. A lot of people don't really like it like that. And I thought it was good.
I thought
Yeah.
Beazle was great.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. But
yeah,
so I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. I think my problem with Osgood is that, like you said, he sets up but don't deliver for me.
Mhm. Like the movies market real good.
Yeah. And they're usually really like well shot, very
Yeah,
good
beautiful movies.
tone and atmosphere. Like he does those things very well, but I'm always like he needs another writer.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
We had a couple things in the chat here. Jerica said, "I like his movies for the most part, so I'm excited for this one." So Jerica's a fan.
Yeah.
Jerica's a big
I
fan,
do recall.
and then we had Mike who said he burned me too many times. I will only go see this in theaters if at least one member of In Love with Horror, Bloody Massacre, and Girls Are Scary all give a 4-star or better.
Oh wow. Okay, well, we all know how Sheree is from Bloody Massacre, and uh when we were at Fantastic Fest, babe, I was like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And I think I said this on Twitter too recently, and she just go. I'm like, okay,
Right?
okay.
Like garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm intrigued. This makes me, invested in what could the mystery be, like how he's gonna set up the story, what's happening at this damn cabin.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Uh,
see.
I'm intrigued, and I think it's in part due to the marketing that it gets me intrigued.
Yeah.
But now I know to go in with leveled expectations. So maybe I might enjoy it a little bit better because it'll be like, look, if I go in knowing that I might just think it's okay, I might not really like it. Maybe it'll, be a better experience. But
Yeah.
yeah, Osgood Perkins Keeper. I don't. When is this movie actually
Great question,
release?
because
Do we
I
know?
can't remember. It's
Because
sometime.
I
Is
feel
it
like I can never remember
November?
what the date is on this one.
I feel like it's sometime around there. In
Let me
my
see
head,
it.
I'm thinking November, but maybe I'm wrong.
It is. I'm looking at the trailer real quick. I'm gonna try to pull it up on here. Yeah, November 14th is when
Okay.
Keeper comes to theater. So be on the lookout for reviews that are
Jerica's
happening.
ready.
Oh look, hey look, Jarek in the chat. She knew. She already got her tickets already. She said November 14th. I think I already got tickets already. I'm ready for the Osgood Perkins experience.
Mike calls him Osbad.
Yeah. Mike did say Osbad. Yeah, I did thought that was funny the last time we were talking about Osgood Perkins. Now let's switch gears though, y'all. Let's talk about a film that's about to come out here in a couple weeks, and it's a film that Christy has already seen, and she says good. And that is all about Shelby Oaks, y'all.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
like, what y'all? What are you talking
yeah,
about?
so it's about Shelby Oaks. So
Shelby.
Christy had the chance to see this film already at Fantastic Fest. So um,
I
do you want
liked
to
it.
talk? Do you want to talk a little bit about your thoughts on the movie before I go into this cool poster that they released?
Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. There's some. I know, like, Mike Flanagan kind of like saw this and was like, "Hey, I see the potential here. We can make this better." And like I think you can kind of feel that. That's the only thing I would say I could critique about the movie is that you can tell when Mike Flanagan's flair has been added.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I have to, commend it for what it accomplishes. I think it's very creepy. It's very atmospheric and good at storytelling. It takes like that like true crime type of element. It keeps you invested trying to figure out, okay, what's happening, what's going on. And at the same time, like I know that you yourself are going to appreciate this because it's not like oh, it's all in your head or it's
Yeah,
not
I
what
don't
you really
like
think
that.
it is,
I need it to be real.
and it
Yep.
doesn't have that at all. But I thought it was a good movie. It looks good. And I'm glad that someone saw it and was like, hey, I know we can make this even better, and took, gave him the money to do so. And then you can tell that Chris Stuckman, because he was at Fantastic Fest and he talked about, what it's like to go from someone who watches a lot of movies to actually making your own movie and wanting to deliver something that people don't mind paying to go watch. And I think he did that. And I commend him for that. Because sometimes we be watching movies and we be like, did y'all really cut this together and say we need to put this in the theater? You
Yeah, I
know?
know. Yep, we do be saying that. I'd be wondering. I'd be
Yeah.
like, man, like, and it almost makes me a little bit nervous because Chrissy and I eventually want to make our own film, And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, like, they actually sat in the editing bay and was like looking at this shit and was like, damn, this shit is hard. Like, it's a good movie. And then you watch it,
Or
like, wow,
or
like,
maybe they just
what
don't
were y'all
care.
looking at? It's possible. Yeah, it's
And
possible. It's
I
like,
feel
dragging it
like,
out.
Chris Stuckman cared. And I feel like I appreciate that. I can tell that he cared in making that. So I think people are gonna enjoy it, especially if you like found footage, if you um like that mystery, true crime, and if you like
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan, I think you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna
Okay.
like.
Well, I'm excited. I'll definitely be watching it here in a couple weeks when it comes out. So y'all will hear what I think about it. But I'm all about the I'm all about the supernatural stuff. So off rip, I'm gonna be a little biased if it executes that really well.
Yeah, I know Mike says
Now,
I'm ready for this, but me knowing Mike, I'm thinking I don't know how he gonna feel. Because we actually
yeah,
had this conversation about VHS being like
this part right
it
here.
takes away yeah, it takes away like that feeling of actual found footage. And I think if you appreciate the rawness and the more realness behind found footage, I feel like this might not sit with you like, 100%. Like you might like some elements of it, but I feel like it's very cinematic. It's like it reminds me. That's why I wanted to tell you when watching the VHS one. Like it reminds me of the Paco Plaza one because I feel like that
Yeah,
one it feels very polished, very you know theatrical, and this movie is very similar to that. I think.
yeah. Well, you already got some people wanting to see it now, babe. Jerica said I wasn't super looking forward to it, but hearing how much Christy liked it made me excited.
Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I was
Yeah,
really shocked in there. And it's funny, like when I expect people, I react to movies differently, right? I was like the only person in the theater reacting to like the jump scares. And I was sitting next to people we know, and they were just laughing at me. They're like, I love watching movies with you because I was very responsive. But I think also some people are like very in tune to stuff, whereas I can't control that. So I'm gonna be like,
yeah, because
or
everyone,
I'm gonna be
yeah, because you're like a very like emotional viewer.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas like with me, like I can lock all the way into the point where
Yeah, you
like
can't. You don't
you
respond at
might
all.
you might not you might think I don't even like the movie because I'm so locked in. I'm just like really paying attention. So
Yeah.
like my body is like on autopilot and I'm just absorbing what's happening, but I'm not like
Right.
reacting to it.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
But I had a good time with it, y'all. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it delivers the way you're saying it does, or if it was just the festival hype that
No, because there was plenty
boosted
of
it up.
movies I watched at that festival that I did not like.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think also too when like because you mentioned people not reacting. I think also too when people get into those environments, like because some people don't like when people talk or make noises. So I think a lot of people when they go into those environments, they are kind of like self-aware of that and they make sure like, okay, I'm not even gonna barely move because
Well,
I
I
don't want
couldn't help
people
it.
to react
I was,
negatively. Yeah,
it got me, y'all. I couldn't help it. There was nothing holding back
so it
from
must
me.
have been really strong if you couldn't help it.
No, I couldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Must have been very good jump scare if you couldn't like
No, no, they were good.
if
They
you
were
couldn't
good.
resist
I
jumping.
appreciate when a jump scare makes sense. I say this all the time. Like it's got to make sense, and that's what I was going back to my point. I think Chris Duckman knows and understands what people want when they want to watch when they're watching a horror movie, and I think that's what he does with this. So I don't know, yeah. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect film. Don't get me wrong, because I went back and forth with my rating. I think I gave it like what did I give it? 3.75.
I can't
It's
remember
not
what you gave it.
perfect. It's not
Yeah.
perfect, but it is a good time. It's a very good time.
Yeah. Well, I brought this new story because Neon and Shelby Oaks actually have put out a new poster. What you're seeing on the screen right now is I'm assuming it's a close up of one of the main characters. I don't really know. But the picture itself is made up of all the names of all the people that originally backed the film over on Kickstarter when it initially launched this Kickstarter campaign. It's 14,720 backers, and all their names are listed in the image.
Which is
They
so
have
cool.
a high res image you can download where you can like zoom all the way in and see each individual name. I thought that was a really cool thing to do because that's how this film started. Was like Kickstarter campaign, and it was like one of the most successful film Kickstarters ever, I think,
Mhm.
because people just really supported Chris Stuckman's vision for this movie. So the fact that the community came together, like helped this dude make this movie, and now they're being kind of honored with this dope ass poster. In reality, I think their name should have been in the fucking credits, but it's a lot of names. 14,000
It's
people, I
a
get it.
whole lot of
It's
names.
a lot of names. We could have made it like super small, and then what I'm saying, and then like, hey, you can freeze it. It's in alphabetical order, But I get it. By the way, it's cool they at least acknowledge the fact that, hey, like this shit wouldn't have happened if it weren't for these
Without these
backers.
people.
So it's cool that
Yeah,
they
it's
did
pretty
not
dope.
forget that. So yeah,
Because
check
he
out
could
that
definitely
image.
could have, yeah. And
Yeah,
I
he
do
could
want to
have.
go back to Mike's question in the chat. It says, since I will call Chris an influencer first turn director, would you say it feels very influencer made, if that makes sense? Now, AJ and I just recently watched House on Eden, which was a found footage film made by actual like influencers. And that movie was, what would you say, Bae?
It was rough.
It was beyond rough.
It's pretty rough. The ending was cool. I did like the ending, but the movie was I didn't like the characters.
I did not like those people.
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't something about it. I just couldn't buy into it. There's the like I know it's found footage, but goddamn, like the shaky cam was going out of control. Like there'd be moments where I was like, I can't even tell what's happening. Like so, yeah, it's good to have some shaky cam, but you can't go like OD where you can't even tell what's even going on. Um, so it
Yeah,
was rough though.
it was, and we've seen other influencer type of like there was one we watched on Tubi. I think it was like a couple. I think that one was Missing Couple. Was that influencer made? Mike might know. I can't remember.
That one was good.
Um, that one's a decent one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, this one doesn't feel like a. I get what you're saying. It doesn't. This one is not like an influencer made type of movie. This feels like a movie. Like, yeah, it feels like well made, passionate project, but
Yep.
it doesn't feel like I could have watched this at the house type of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
He
yes,
said
I thought so.
this couple was a real. Yeah, that was. I actually like that
But
one. That
that
was
was a
pretty
decent
good.
one too. So
Yeah.
it's better than both of those, but nowhere near House on Eden.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, that's the new Shelby Oaks poster. Check that out, and then let us know in the comments how hyped are you for Shelby Oaks, and if you'll be going on opening weekend here in a couple weeks because it comes out October 24th. So not long, y'all. Got about 3 weeks. The last little bit here, just gonna talk about like some upcoming stuff, like upcoming games and movies and TV shows for October. One of the big ones for video games though is Little Nightmares. So if you're a fan of the Little Nightmares series, they got a new one that's dropping literally in a few days on October 10th. And this is a cool one because I think it's the first game to feature co-op play. Normally it's a single player game, but this one's gonna have a co-op in it. I thought it was kind of dope. But look, if you like Little Nightmares, it looks exactly what you expect for Little Nightmares. It looks the exact same, with just a new storyline. But it looks dope though. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna be trying to check that one out. I gotta finish Silent Hill F first though, and then there's some other games that are coming out too. Because you got a Terrifier game that's coming out pretty soon. I don't think that one's coming out in October. But it's coming
No.
out. Oh
I
no,
think
it's available right
it's
now.
out.
Is it already out?
I think it's already out.
Okay,
But it's more like an arcade type style.
like a little beat 'em up.
Yep. It looks
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's got like the little like 16-bit like graphics, like a Super Nintendo type game, and the side scroll beat 'em up. That was pretty cool.
It's called
And then
Arcade.
Arcade. Yep. And then they had a trailer for a game that's coming out called The Ninth Charnel. I didn't get a chance to really dive fully into it, but it's a new story horror game that's coming out from the people that made Dollhouse Behind the Broken Mirror. The graphics looked really good, and it looked just like kind of like a heavy narrative horror game. I thought it looked really interesting. That was called The Ninth Charnel. It's coming to like every system. There's a demo already out on Steam you could check out via PC as well. And then for upcoming horror movies and TV shows, y'all, we got The Conjuring Last Rites, video on demand coming on October 7th. So just in time for the Halloween month. We got Traumatica coming out. Do you want to speak to that one?
Well, I haven't looked up the plot of that one. I just seen it talked about on the internet. when it first like I don't know, was it like at a festival or something like that? But a lot of people said it was really scary. Now, I know how sometimes these TikTok people can hype stuff up to making it saying, "Oh, this is the scariest thing you'll ever see." Da 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 da. So you never know how accurate that is. But I didn't note it because I kind of want to see it and see it for myself.
Okay, yeah, I gotta look that one up.
Yeah,
Then October 8th, we got Stay coming on Hulu.
and that's the one I was telling you about, where like it's like a black couple that are getting divorced, but the husband comes to the house, and then so for some reason he can't leave anymore. Remember I told you about that
Okay,
one?
yeah, yeah,
It come,
I think you did mention that one to me.
yeah. So I'm always give black horror a chance.
Yeah, give it a chance.
We did watch The Man in My Basement yesterday.
Oh man, that was rough.
Because
I did
us
not like that
giving
movie.
black horror a chance.
I did not like that movie.
That was
Not at all.
on Hulu as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was on Hulu.
Yeah, it was on Hulu as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate.
It's like a
Yeah,
ghost walked by.
yeah, that was. She won't let me live. That's our 5-year-old. But yeah, I don't know. That was a very. We gotta talk about that one. We gotta talk
Uh,
about that one.
just keep it real. It was super rough. There's no talk about it. The movie was not great. It's pretty rough. It was bad. Uh, Not as bad as the House on Eden one, but it was still bad. Uh,
Oh yeah, that house on Eden, boy. Ooh. Mm-mm.
yep. But now that don't recommend the A Man in the Basement one. Not worth your time. And then in theaters, we got on October 10th. What Happened to Dorothy Bell coming? That's limited release. That is found footage.
It is. Do you
Uh,
remember that movie?
yeah, I do remember that one. I thought it was just like okay, and yeah, I didn't think it was nothing super special, honestly.
It was quite boring to me,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of people are excited about it.
Well, yeah. Hey, y'all give it a chance. You might
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it more than we did. I thought it was just meh. Just keeping it real. And then lastly, we got Vicious. Want to speak to that? Speak to that one?
I didn't see this one, but it was at Fantastic Fest. It's got
Oh, that one.
the
Okay.
girl. What's her name? In my head, all I'm thinking about is War of the Worlds, but I know she's been in way more stuff than that.
Let's see.
It was the little girl. She was in the the last movie we watched with the fairies. What was that? When she was stuck inside the
Dakota Fanning.
Dakota Fanning. Thank you.
Mhm. Yep.
Thank you, Jerica. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Jerica
That's
got
her.
that too.
I was like, why am I only thinking about War of the Worlds? She was like 5 years old in that. um, but yeah, so that she's in that. It's like about where something it's almost like one of those box types things where she opens it up and
Oh, that
things
one.
happen. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
But I didn't see that one. I didn't get to watch that one. If y'all ever go to Fantastic Fest, it's like freaking battle of Royale trying to get tickets to see stuff. Just it's like super
It's
hard to
rough.
get into some showings. But yeah, so I didn't get to see Vicious, but I think it was okay from what I heard. Like no one said it was super great, but no one said it was really bad yet either. So
Hmm.
might be worth checking it out.
Yeah. And then last y'all just got like a quick box office update because we did have some horror movies that came out this past weekend. So we had Good Boy open to $990,000, and then we had Bone Lake open to $470,000. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think, for Good Boy, because I'm pretty sure that was probably a limited opening, and I don't think it probably
Mm,
had like a whole lot of theaters.
probably got
Um,
almost a million for and this is just opening because we haven't had I don't have didn't have the updated numbers for the whole weekend. So I mean that was just opening night. What, Friday?
oh, it's just opening night Friday. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, so it's just opening night Friday. So we'll have there'll probably be way better numbers by the
Mm-hmm.
time that this live goes off and the outlets actually give an updated analysis on where to close at. But seems like Good Boy will do pretty good. The word of mouth on Good Boy has been really good. I
Oh
think
yeah, it's been
people have
really
been really
good.
enjoying that film.
Lots of people have been talking about it. I think it also helped that people who saw it early let everyone else know that the dog doesn't die, because a lot of people weren't gonna go see it
Mm-hmm.
because they were afraid that the dog was gonna, be harmed or hurt or taken out, and so no one wants to see that, right? Like, so,
Yep.
um, I understand that people love their dogs, but I do wonder sometimes, like, what's the big emphasis on it? I know there's a whole website, right, like dedicated to movies being listed that have dogs being harmed. Um, because I mean, we watch people get harmed, so I'm just wondering, like,
Like, yeah, why would y'all be cool with like seeing
the
people
difference
just get
between the do it.
fucked up,
Because
but then
yeah,
like a dog just
it's like,
gets injured, and it's
no,
like, oh no,
no,
turn the
because they're
shit off.
so defenseless and innocent, or
Yeah,
the little
yeah,
puppers.
that's
But
fair.
anyways, but I don't know if I would not go see a movie that's really good because the dog gets harmed in it. I don't know. Maybe I bet maybe I feel differently if it was our dog Lilo. Maybe if she was in the movie, I might feel differently.
Yeah, or maybe yeah, like if the movie had a dog that looked like Lilo,
Yeah,
like you'd be like, oh man,
I'm
okay,
like,
it's kind of hard to
no,
watch. Yeah, yeah, this shit
not
hard
Lilo.
to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, Mike. People favorite movies revolve around SA, but let a dog die and they riot.
and it's all over.
It's all over.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. I mean, that's it. That's the last of our little updates and story. For today's um Sunday horror news live show. Uh,
Jerica said,
what?
as a John Wick household, you must be able to watch movies where a dog dies.
Hey, that's a big fact.
I
That's a
think I
big
have a
fact.
limit. I have a limit. Like, I don't want to see a dog getting tortured, or like I can see maybe like make a impact and then like go away, right? Turn the camera away and we don't see the whole
Hmm.
thing or something like that. But I don't want to watch a dog getting like
Like brutalized or
mutilated, or
something.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I
But
think John Wick doesn't do that. Like,
I think the beauty
we
of
don't see
John
the
Wick
dog.
though is that for people who really dislike dogs getting injured, you get to see him get like the ultimate revenge. This
Oh
dude
yeah,
kills like
he does.
100 people because they killed his dog. I mean, like, I feel like that movie's meant for people who don't like the fact that
Yeah.
dogs are getting injured. Because, like, yes, fuck these people up. Take out the whole organization because they killed your dog, and that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
No dog version of the oh yeah, no. Actually, you know what? I have never sat through the entirety of that film.
I mean, movie ain't that bad.
I haven't sat through it all.
There's way
You
worse movies.
okay, what's worse?
Because I'm just saying, like, people be talking about Poughkeepsie, the Poughkeepsie tapes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, oh, this is like difficult to watch type. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
There's way more disturbing shit than that.
I'm about to say, like, you watch some crazy shit. So for
That's true.
someone normal, a normal person, that's probably a lot.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but yeah, there's ones I feel like that are way more just like
Yeah.
difficult. Like, you know, the ones where you finish the movie, you're just like, damn, I need to like be baptized or something because I just feel so fucking dirty after watching this disgusting movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them like where you halfway regret you even watched it because it was just so just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like this is not meant to be seen. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of movies like that. We won't get into it on this episode, but that'll do it for our Sunday horror news live show, y'all, for
Yeah.
October 5th, 2025. Thank y'all so much for joining us in the chat live and just contributing to the conversation because y'all made it even better, and we appreciate and love y'all's support.
Thank you,
If
everyone.
you're watching the replay, thank you as well. But make sure everyone's tapped in and locked in for the rest of October because we got more content coming. Like I said, we got the VHS ranking coming. That's gonna be a dope episode where we're ranking the films, not the shorts. We're ranking the films, all 8 films. But it'll still be fun. And maybe we'll do shorts one day. But that's gonna be a crazy video. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do a live or something like that. And then of course we got our actual VHS Halloween review that's already up. More Scream If You've Seen This coming out this week, and then just more reviews and all that good stuff coming. But again, thank y'all so much for the support. We'll see you on the next one. We out. Peace.